Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Méchet for another episode. We're still in April where we left off, where we'd finished our spring sowing. We got the last of our crops in, our sorghum, our soybeans and our sunflowers. We had our grass was ready and our green rye was ready. We hadn't done that in the last episode. We kind of hadn't time to do it, so we were going to carry it over and stay in April. That was always the intention, so we're still here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the grass fields, we're going to make hay out of them, we're going to cut the green rye, we're going to wrap it and we're going to make silage out of it. Moving forward, what else have we got to do today? We don't have an awful lot else, to be honest with you. We've all our sowing done and everything else, so it's kind of we've kind of hit a period where we don't have a lot to do. Now, we have money in the bank. I did collect our new forage mixing wagon. I got rid of the old one, so the money went back up a little bit after we sold the old one. We got, I think it was 36,000 we got out of it. So we're cash flush no matter what way you look at it on this map. We've always been cash flush. The grapevine fields are gone. We're still producing our grape juice and our premium grape juice, and we must be nearly out of the washed grapes by now, or we will be by the end of this day. We're chasing the rain. It's due to come in at 12 o'clock, so I'm kind of hoping we get through this before it does. It doesn't really matter anyway. It won't affect the harvest end on this. I have been racking my brain trying to think, what do we do next on Méchet? We've tried everything, which was the goal of the series when we started to come in and have a look at the map and see how everything worked. We've literally done everything we possibly could. I ran through the crop calendar and had a look to see what have we not done. The only thing viable that I could see is sugarcane, and I kind of thinking about it, kind of wondering, why does no one plant sugarcane in the fields on the maps? Any map you come into, any map you do, never has sugarcane planted. Why is that? Is it the people don't like doing it, or I don't know? Like my experience, as I said in the last episode, of sugarcane was in FS25 mobile, and it's not a very good example of how to do sugarcane because you're trying to play it on a tablet and it's not exactly as easy as it would be in game. Now, I had considered buying another field, and then let's jump into the crop calendar for a minute. I considered buying another field, and then I went, what am I going to put in it? I've gone through this so many times. We've done alfalfa, done canola. We haven't done the root crops, and we're not going to. Clover, same as alfalfa and grass really. Corn, yeah, we've done corn. Cover crop we put in. Grapes we've done. Grass, of course, we do grass all the time. Green beans could be regarded as a vegetable crop. We're not doing them. If I did do green beans, I'd be harvesting with a normal combine. Rice, I'm going to save for another map. I'm not going to do it here. Meadow grass, another grass, same as always. Oilseed, radish, olives, onions, parsnips, peas. Need to go on. Red beets, not really. Silage maize we done. Sorghum we have sown now. Soybeans we sowed already and we have it in again. Spinach, not going to bother with that. Sugar beet, yeah, well, what do we do with it? Make sugar. We haven't got a mill to make sugar, so we'd have to actually, we'd have to put one down. At least I don't think we have a mill, do we? Does the mill do sugar? Maybe it does. I think it does, doesn't it? Oh, that's out. No, it doesn't. So we have no way of making sugar on the map. I did look into this already, didn't I? I did, yeah. Because I was saying we'd need sugar for the bakery if we were to start doing the cake. And we didn't have anywhere to produce it. So it's hardly produced in the cannery. just the way things are on this map. No, nothing there. Okay, didn't say that. There's nothing there. So, like, what I'm kind of thinking now is, like, the money's just going to kind of keep coming in anyway. We only had the Moban Tomei cheese now. We've Tomei, I don't know which way you pronounce it. That's all we have really coming from the dairy. That's of high value, I suppose you could say, but we're still going to make from the normal dairy products anyway. With that in mind, we're doing our experiments still on the cows and the cattle and the Charolais and everything else. So what I'm going to reveal now is we're on episode 38 and we are finishing up on episode 40. We'll get through the harvest this year. We'll get to the point where our Charolais reproduce. They've 9 months to go. We'll get through that point. We'll get to the point where our experiment with our 2 cow houses, our cow barns, is complete. But we're going to finish up now. Whether it means we're finished with Méchet or not 100% sure yet. And I say that because I did put the idea out there that I'd like to do a start from scratch on this map. And I still feel the same way, that I'd like to do it where we're not in the high gain situation of doing the snail farm, the goat cheese, the aged goat cheese and all those things. Even the Moban Tomei cheese, if we were to do a small farm and have a small dairy that just produces their normal bottled milk, butter, cheese, and that's it. Yeah, maybe we'll go down that route and try that and just pick a plot, build a farm, as I said. None of the existing farms or something like that. It's been on my mind to consider doing that for quite some time, playing through this. I mentioned it several times already over various episodes. I'd say you could probably go back 10 episodes and I probably mentioned it then. But I'm just kind of haven't made my mind up yet. If I do, it would be a small machinery playthrough where there'll be a limit to the horsepower, there'll be a limit to the size of, say, you pick that you can have no more than a 4 metre wide cultivator or stuff like that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that on here. Just kind of, it kind of really has proven that it's easy to make money on this map with all the productions and everything that's on it. So it is a great map. I still enjoy driving around it. I really do enjoy the map itself. So that's why I kind of thought, what can I do to drive this on? That's why in the last episode, on the title I had, we need a new challenge. And to be honest, I haven't been able to come up with one. By all means, send me a suggestion what you think. But I think we can come up with challenges, all right, but we need to change the farms we have and that and take a different approach. Anyway, I get on with getting this grass cut, get the Green Rye cut. I'll bring you back when I start on that. And yeah, we'll work our way through what we've got to do in this episode anyway and see what else comes up. And the rain came down, but we're doing our silage bales out of our Green Rye. We're going to get this done, get these in. We'll do the hay afterwards when the rain stops. We'll get it tethered and get it windrowed and baled. I'll probably stick a worker on it, although I'm thinking now I don't have a small tractor anymore the way I used to. You see, I had the small tractor for the windrowing, but however, it's doing windrowing and tethering with a 230 horsepower tractor. You don't get that much. Yeah, just we're going to have quite a collection of silage bales. We're going to have way too much feed. I may do a bit of a sell-off. Not that I need the money. I'm going around trying to find things. How can I get rid of money? I was even going to buy a forestry plot and start doing carpentry work for stuff I was never going to sell just to get rid of the money. So No, I really do need a series on this map where it's start from scratch. There's no doubt about it. You still make money on it, but when you start with the start farm and all you get with the two long houses, one up at the sheep and goat farm and one down here, and you run the two dairies, it's just mega profitable. And as for the snails, like, I mean, starting out on that, I didn't think it was going to be great, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it's just super, super profitable doing that. So the only thing we're waiting on now is our Premium Grape Juice, and kind of happy in a way it's taken its time. I wonder are we any closer? Hold on, I never checked. What are we doing back in this again? Here we go. This one here now. Premium Grape Juice. We're 52 litres away from having our first pallet. And that has taken how many months? When did we harvest them? We harvested them last September, October. Hate when you get to the end and it just slows down when you have, and there probably isn't even enough in there. There is, yeah. As I said, there probably isn't even enough in this bit to get us to the last bit. I'm still looking around the map as I'm working and thinking, yeah. But honestly, if I do, I'm going to set up home down the bottom of the map. Down this area here somewhere, or over here. South of that road, let's say. Because I spent very little time down here apart from selling stuff and going to the grain mill and that. And you could say the same about this area up here, although we did have fields up here when we were doing the snails. But the rest of it we've driven through and done contracts on countless times. So, time will tell. We'll see what we're going to do. Many bales we got? 14 so far. I actually thought it would be a higher yield, but look, we'll see where we end up in the end of this, and then how many bales of hay we end up with. I did even do the cow pasture up there, the one with the Charlet in it. I done that for hay, which we don't really need, but it just comes up as ready to harvest when you check the field overview. Whereas what have we got now? We got harvested. 28. Where's 28? Did I miss a field? $46. Hold on. 28 is, it's done. 46 is done. They're just not showing up as harvested on the, that's what I was wondering. They're showing nothing. So at least, and same with the Green Rye. One showing as harvested, the other one isn't. Anyway, I'll get through this. The next question is, what do we do with this field afterwards? When we have these done, because we still have time to put another crop in. Crop calendar, please. Like, we have a lot of choices. Carrots, no. Corn, no. Green beans. Like, we've all the sorghum. We could put silage maize in and have even more bales. We've sorghum, sunflowers and soybeans we could do. And I went off the line. I knew that was going to happen because I wasn't looking. Does this need ploughing? Doesn't, no. So it can be direct drilled. Okay, we're going to stick something in, then we're going to stick a worker on it and throw them in and tell them go ahead, put a crop in the ground. We would pick a crop. We'll see. We might as well. I won't leave the field lying idle. Well, let me get on with this for now, and yeah, update you in a little bit when we're near the end of the next field. Just getting there now, the last little bit. Just back up the field, and there's a little bit of straggly bits across the top. And we're on 35 bales. So this go 36 when it drops off, or is it 35 when it pops out? 36. There we go. Once it's getting wrapped. We won't have a full bale now. This time, it comes up as mown crop. Then it changes into silage. So it's wrapped. And that is it. Up, off, fold it up, head into the shed, out of the way, and we'll get a trailer and start getting these off the fields. And hopefully the rain is not due to last all day. Last time I looked, but it says 16, the skies are clear. We can always move forward to the next day anyway. But I'm going to get the bales off the field first. We'll need this again, this baler. Now, we need bale wrap, and we need... Nope. Yeah, it is. Loading up. Baling it. There we go. When you have two pallets, it always randomly takes it off the bottom one. When you're trying, hoping it'll take it off the pallet with less. And I took it off the top one that time. That was actually... makes a change. Now, where is my big tractor? I'm going to get my trailer, which is parked. Bale trailer, where to park you? In the usual spot. Down at the back of the shed. And I think I actually have the forage wagon in the way. I mixed up a load when I brought it back. It's sitting in the shed ready to go. There it is. 40,000 litres in it. A decent size. I thought I'd back it in out of the rain. I'm being really thoughtful. The immersion on this map is fabulous, the way the rain falls and that. Now, can't leave that in there. We can put it over beside the cedar. Because we're going to be coming in there with the bale trailer anyway. Oh, I took my eye off for a second where I was going. Now, let's get that gate open. My usual spot for parking. If I park it somewhere else, I won't be able to find it. I've been parking it there all along. Right, I got these bales in, and then we'll probably move the clock on so the rain stops. Might even jump forward to the next day. Okay, we have a worker on this field. This is where we took the rye out of. What's he doing? Show you now. He's putting in silage maize. Why wouldn't you? Like, it is a food production field, so yeah, get him going on it. Now, money's gone down. Why? Because it was idle, because it was raining. I didn't fancy sowing this field. So what did I do? I got myself a Black Beauty. Fendt Vario 516, 171 horsepower in black. Of course it'd be in black. It's Black Beauty. Brand spanking new. I had one of these tractors on what was it called? Rotterdam Ireland, whatever you call it. And I absolutely had nothing else for ever and ever and ever on it. And it done massive work. I'm just going to move this guy over and put him in the other field. I was time of putting a crop in here, and I thought, look, we've been using this for feed all along, so let's keep it realistic. we got our Green Rye in, so now we have an opportunity to get Silage Maize in. So we'll do that. We'll get the Silage Maize in, and we'll just keep it a bit of realism on a farm where we need food, which we don't actually need, but you know what I mean. It is a dairy farm where we need food production, so that's the reasoning behind it. And the rain wasn't stopping, so I was going to fast forward the clock, and I thought, you know what, I need to put something in the field anyway, because it would only annoy me if I was driving past it all the time we didn't have a crop in it. So I went and scrolled through what we had and knew we could put the Silage Maize in with the Sky Agri planter. So I just said, right, let's do that. I had to cultivate the fields. I've done that myself. It's not a direct drill, of course, so the field had to be cultivated. I don't know, there obviously is a few direct drill planters, but no, I didn't look to see that any of the other Sky Agri ones, are they direct drills? They could well be. So we're just going to get this rolled. By the time we have this done, the rain should have stopped, hopefully, and then I'm going to use this tractor to do the tethering and the windrowing. Came close to actually joining these two fields because they're both the same crop, and I just said, no, let's keep it. Let's not do any merging on the fields. So yeah, I had on Rodman Island, that's the right button. Here we go. I had this tractor on Rodman Island, a second-hand one. I got it fairly early on, and I don't think I got rid of it until right near the very end when we'd completed everything, and I had well over 100 hours on it. So no expense spared. We put everything on. The only thing we didn't put on is an Zero Compact, because it's not going to be doing any of that work where it needs it, so no point in putting the 15,000 into it when it didn't need it. I get this rolled, and hopefully by the time we do two fields rolled and done, we'll be ready to go and do our grass work, even though I know I can do it in the rain. I'm just going to keep a little bit of realism in it by waiting until the rain stops. Just had a quick check on all the cows, the animals, everything is okay. So it all been done before we moved forward anyway, so I knew they were going to be okay. There's nothing to do there. Now hanging around this morning, we've moved into the second day and straight out in the field because there's rain on the way again. Just checking, we actually have we have grapes, Premium Grape Juice. 10 o'clock there's rain meant to be here, so just want to get this tethered up. Don't know whether we'd be able to get it all done before the rain gets here. We could stop the clock, but we're not going to do that. Yeah, we got the fields rolled, the two Silage Maize fields, they're done. They're complete now, just in growing stage. They're probably lacking a little bit of what's it called? A little bit of lime, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So we got our bales in anyway off that, so they're going to turn to silage, and then we're going to get these hay bales done as quick as we can and get them off the field. I'm hoping that our shop in the village, our renovation, is nearly there. It can't be too far away. We'll have a look at that after, and we'll sell. There's 2 pallets of Moba and Tommy cheese. That's all. There's probably a bit of dairy products down at the main dairy. Just check on the milk and that, and just look after that, and then we'll see what we have at the end of the month. Resisting the urge to buy another field. Money sitting there, you know. We have enough to deal with when it comes around to harvest time. There's no point. As I said, I don't want to do root crops. I don't want to do. I thought about finding something else we could do, we could put in, or, I think we have enough when you see what we have, because we're going to be doing our grass work and that around it as well. By the time it comes up for harvest time, our grass fields are going to be ready again, so we have quite a bit to do. We're going to upgrade the combine harvester. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of hanging on to the money. We just get something ever so slightly bigger, maybe. Other than that, it'll do for the fields we have if needs be. So I will get these 3 fields over here done. Then we have the one below the cow pasture at the farm, and then we have the one on the cow pasture up where the Charlet are. And that's it. Get them baled and off the field into the shed. Making good progress, staying ahead of the rain. I think it'll probably get here before we're finished. It's due at 10. So I had a worker doing windrowing apart from this field. No point in sending a worker in here with the way the lines are. It would have been an absolute nightmare. And then I went back, got the baler, drove past me pallet of round bale net when I meant to reload, and I forgot. But given the bales we've done 56 at the moment. We're probably going to get 10 or 12 off this, so we should have enough in it anyway. So we've done pretty good. Used the worker just to do the windrowing while I done all the tedding and that, and then stuck a worker on the windrow and I jumped on the baler and trying to beat the rain. Now, we start this at on the clock at 8:10 in the morning, and we're now we're an hour and 20 minutes nearly doing this. So that's not bad going. I mean, we've just moved the tractor on to do the windrow in the next field and then followed him along, and didn't actually catch up on him at any stage. I actually did catch up on him the very last bit he was doing on the small field number 15. I actually had to push him out of the way to get the last little bit. He pulled up with a tiny bit underneath the thing, and I just gave him a bump, and that was it. I got it. So I brought the windrower up here myself and done it, because I know what the GPS lines are like on this. There's no way you can use them because of the paddock in the middle, or the rack in the middle, the hay rack. These guys are doing pretty well. Now, I did say we're doing 2 more episodes. The only thing that'll prolong it is these guys. I want them to reproduce. They've 11 months to go before they do. I presume that's reproduction with offspring. Or is it just offspring in 11 months? Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to see them. It's just, I'm going around the map and I'm driving around and I'm half thinking of building a farm elsewhere and taking the likes of these guys, using the herdsman stick and moving them onto my farm and selling off everything else. Well, getting rid of it, not selling it, just getting rid of it. But, if I'm starting from scratch, I kind of want to start again, because I'd only be saying, right, I want to keep the Fendt I just bought, the Black Beauty, because it never, ever, ever comes up in the second-hand market. You get them coming up, the 500 series, but they're not the Black Beauty one. And I know if I reload and restart, well, then I can use Farm Sim guys mod, what's it called, his mod tool for doing your folders, and I can be really picky about what I put in and know exactly what I have in. Now, you can do that too, but it's much easier to do with his mod. It's not really a mod because it's not in the game, but you download it onto your desktop and then you can actually configure all your saves. I just found that really, really handy for doing the configuration if you want to do a small tractor series or anything like that. It's so easy just to pick what you want and leave all the rest, because you have a tendency to go, when you're going through it and you're looking at the pictures and you go, yeah, but I like that tractor, even though you don't need it. It might be like more horsepower than you need. So I found it really, really handy. And the same too, if you want to use a specific brand only, you can search, you can do it by brands. And he has a full tutorial explanation on his YouTube channel, which is really good. It was an amazing piece of work he done. Now, I'm keeping you in because we've only got another little bit to do. We get 6 bales. We're on 56. That was 56, and maybe, 56 we were on, so. We get 62, and we beat the rain. That's the nice thing about it. I was trying to beat the rain. Didn't touch the clock, left it on ×1. And that's it. Why was I worrying about the bell now? Now, let's throw that out. And then we're going to get the bales off the field. Yeah, it'll fold. And then we need to have a look at the shop and the village and that. We need to have a look and see what else. Is there anything else we're going to do today in this? Apart from keeping away from buying another field. You know, because we can still put a crop in, I'm constantly thinking, well, look, I've got 484,000 in the bank while I buy another field. And I also have quite a bit of product to sell, including some Premium Grape Juice, worth about 42,000. So we're okay for money anyway, as we always have been on this series. Right, let me get a trailer and get loaded up and get back up and get these bales off the field. Just getting the last few bales into the shed. We'll do a quick check on the animals. We'll check on, I'm more interested in checking on the store to see are we any further on. We'll just get these unloading. There we go, unload. Now, let's have a look. Field overview. And nothing ready. The next thing that's ready is a winter barley. That's on stage 6 of 8. And then we'll have Triticale. So 6th of 8, that's 2 months away. Okay. So, yeah, we're kind of not going to have, why is it pushing me tractor forward? Because you get caught in that door. I did once. I couldn't get it to disconnect. I had to leave the game and come back in again. When the loading arm is down, it won't lift. Or it got stuck in the door and I couldn't get it to disconnect from the door. I had to quit out of the game and come back in and disconnect it. Now, the cows don't mind me leaving that there. My tractor needs a wash. It is filthy. But it's getting plenty of use. You know, that's what they're for. It's not a bad little tractor. I didn't wash anything. I was just rushing to get the hay done before the rain. And the rain's due to start at 10, so we got it just in time. Yeah, I changed the pressure washer. As you may know, has it actually started raining? Hold on. No, wipers aren't on. That's how you know. If the wipers are on, it's starting to drizzle. Yeah, I changed the pressure washer because the Karcher one is very hit and miss trying to get it to work, and then it's really, really slow. Like you're kind of there for an hour waiting for it to finish. Now, all of this stuff, everything needs to be washed. The whole lot. I didn't do anything. I literally just got it back into the yard. So, those fields need probably to be They'd need lime anyway. I think they'd be okay for everything else. Let's visit and see. Yeah, they need lime, but they should be okay because we did put on both manure and slurry, so that's given them quite a decent coating of fertilizer. Yeah, about the same. So, hey, what? Give me a minute. I'll bring you back in and we'll have a look and see what else we have to do rather than me keeping you while I'm checking everything. Okay, just doing a quick check around and checking the shop. Come here until I show you. What are we missing? Greenhouse stuff. Lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries, chili peppers, garlic, flour. We've none. Mauve tome we have. Bottled milk we have. We have to put down a greenhouse. Great. One thing I said I wasn't doing. I'm not putting down a greenhouse. There you go. So, yeah, everything else must be finished on it. We just need to stock it. And I presume then we'll be able to go in. The door won't open or anything. I presume around the back is still closed up as well. We still have our blockage signs. Yeah, we're still blocked. We can't get in. Let me in. No. So, we're going to have to place a greenhouse and get some product. I moved forward to the last stage just to see. I didn't check it before then. I literally came down, looked at it and just walked away. I was going to go back and sulk on the farm because I wasn't expecting that. What's going to happen to our furniture and all the other stuff that's in there? Hopefully we'll get paid for them when it's complete. So let's jump back over here. Oh, right. Greenhouse is going to go somewhere here. There actually probably is room just here for one. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's make that the last act of the day. Now, greenhouses, and we're gonna go. That's the trap greenhouse for. We're gonna go with this one because it waters itself. Yeah, we'll easily fit that in there. And here you go. That's okay. That's all I want. And main reason is it does water itself. It's boosted, so it does produce fairly decent amounts. And once the water goes on, we have growth. Now, here you go. It'll fill up a bit more water at the top of the hour. And we'll have a few bits and pieces. Now, we've no flour. Would you believe it? After all the flour we sold, we're probably going to have to buy a pallet. Let's see. Where's our stock check? Our stock check. No, we've no flour there. And there's nothing in there. Hold on. Do we have any wheat? No. Do we have any barley? No. Do we have any oats? No, we've nothing. Typical. We'll have to wait until we get our first crop. Okay, I was going to bring in to show you these anyway. I had done a quick check around. Right, we're down to 6,733 on these guys. They're 50% maturity. That's our Sementals. What are we on these guys? We're down to 13,221 and they're 44. So the other ones are quite a bit further on. They really are. I'm looking for this guy because they need feed. I think our other ones need feed. What I'm going to do anyway is this is the first time to use this bigger wagon. It's 40,000 litres in it. I did mix it up. I put, was it 4 buckets in, which is 16,000. And then I put in about 16,000 in bales. Thereabouts. And then I got very little straw in. Yeah. Because I thought I was putting in 16, but I actually ended up putting in more. So this needs the big brute of a tractor to get up the hill. So the other one would struggle with it. So we're going to use this now. There is TMR in that silo, and I kind of want to get rid of that silo. So I'm going to just put this lot into the normal 2 cow barns, and I'll put the balance into them, and then we will It might actually take all of this. I don't know how much they have. Yeah, it's not going to be far off. There you go. Okay, we switch the outlet to the other side. These won't take half as much. No, they're full already. I'm going to try empty that silo. You see, I'm still playing this as if I'm going to stay on, which probably will happen even past 2 episodes. I just enjoy the map so much. I know I've said it. I'm like a broken record. I said it so many times. Just want to get the shop finished and up and running. At least we'll have that to look forward to the next time. Like all the work I put in, even getting the house down here and all. I find it very hard to walk away from the work. You know, when you've done it. We've tried everything on the map, and the last piece of the puzzle is we have our premium juice to sell, and we have our shop is going to be up and running next month when we move forward, which will be in the next episode. So we're kind of, yeah, we've achieved everything. Sorry, just bang the mic. I don't know which side this is on now. Left, back. So we can do front and back. Like get around. I knew it was just going to flip it. Ah, desperate driving. So left is the one that's closest to them now, so we reverse in. Should get the trigger. There we go. So guys, I'm going to top off the 2 of these with 40,000 in each of them. I'll probably top them off anyway fully. I want to get that silo empty. Now, is there any grain in that silo so we can make some more? Flour. If not, we'll just buy a pallet. Right, what's in here? Silage, stone, straw and TMR. Okay, so we don't have flour here, or wheat or barley here. Hold on. Is there stuff in the other one around the corner? No, it's empty too. I did do a clear out. There was bits in them and I cleared them out and put them in the mill. There was a bit of running up and down involved in it because there wasn't big amounts in them, and of course you're driving down with 1,000 litres of one grain, then you have to come back and get 500 litres of the next one and so on. It was just it was all done off camera. You can feel the weight now on this, you really can. It is given the weight alright, because there's a big difference in the tractor now trying to pull it. Okay, what are we on now? We should be on the right side. Here we go. And there we go. Okay guys, it was a bit of a bit of a boring episode. It was just involving the grass, the Green Rye. We made the silage bales out with the grass, we made hay. That's basically most of what we done. The only thing we done now is we know where we're going with the shop. We'll have that up and running in the next episode, so do come back. And thanks again for joining me on Méchet. Hope you managed to stay awake until the end, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, all that's left to do is say goodbye for now. Until then, bye bye.